You are watching Brothers Be Betting. Let's get it.
Hey yo, I said, brothers be betting, getting bread, never be sweating, hitting parlays as I claim the fame. Your other cappers out there straight up lames. FanDuel or DK don't matter to us. The info we giving always a plus. Your boy Sid and Tim on the money grind. On with the show, it's money time.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Hopefully, right now. I'm just joking. What's going on in the world? Welcome back to week 3 of the preseason of the NFL with Brothers Be Betting. I'm your co-host, Sid the Kid.
Your boy Timbo, what's going on?
Nothing much. Another day, another dollar, brother. A lot of stuff shaking up in the world right now. Real quick before we start, toast to Bray Wyatt. I don't know if you guys know who Bray Wyatt is. If you watch wrestling recently, one of the more up and coming wrestlers of this generation. He passed away at 36 years old. Our thoughts and prayers go out to his family, man. I shed a tear when I found out that happened, man. I was so distraught from that. Like, I couldn't believe it. And Terry Funk, too. You know, shout out to his family. You know, our condolences as well. People are just dying left and right, man. You know, you got to count your blessings that we're still alive and we're still able to do what we do, man, because tomorrow is not promised to anyone. So, beers up for y'all, man.
Yeah, man, that Tabby, I just saw that shit. I've been like casually looking at social media, not like throughout the day, but like at the end of the day I saw that shit. It's sad, man. Just
Very sad.
36? Like
36 years. That's my brother's age, man. That's El Dizzy's. Shout out to El Diz. That's his age, man. I was just like, yo, this can't be life, bro. Can't be life. I'm sorry to start out like that, but you know, I had to at least put it out there. Like I said, because I was a huge fan of his, and you know, once again, our thoughts and prayers out to him and his family, Terry Funk's family. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, let's kind of shift gears now. First, before we go into our bets, like and subscribe, do all that good shit. We're gonna go into what we did last week. Gotta go to settled, obviously. And you can see my amounts of losing for baseball. Yo, fuck baseball once again. Fuck goddamn baseball,
bro. I'm done. I'm not touching it until the playoffs because I don't trust anything. There are no locks.
Nah.
Shit, even Ohtani, he got hurt. That was like my one layup, man. Like that was the easy money.
That's easy money, and he's lost. That's
a baseball season for you. Like it's too long, man.
It's way too long.
It's aggressive. Who knows? Maybe with an off season, like some serious studying, like I might be able to make some positives on baseball next year, but like this year ain't it. Not New York teams are underperforming. Those used to be like the bread and butter of the parlays. Like it's just sad to see, man.
It's sad to see. Sad to see, bro.
Football season and basketball season are here to save the day.
Yes, they are. So shout out to basketball, football. Let's go.
For real. Let's get into those.
So real quick, if you bet our parlay from last week, we only got 3 wrong. 2 of them were bullshit. The Cleveland Brown game was by 1 point. The Broncos game was by 2. Vegas blew out fucking San Francisco. Blew them out the fucking water.
Preseason's a mixed bag because, like, do you see that happening in the regular season? Absolutely not. But hey,
I mean, we made some money on it. I mean, we made some of our money back rather. We didn't win, but it's okay. On to the next week. You know, that's all we could do. Actually, so our first two bets are already in. We put Philly at plus 5.5, and Pittsburgh is handing the Falcons their ass right now.
As they should. Mike Tomlin takes everything serious. That shit could be Pop Warner. That could be Pop Warner, and his team would be prepped and executing like on another level.
So hey, whatever. I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see how that bet shakes out, and we're gonna go right into Friday. First, before we do that, we're gonna put a $5 bet on my AI algorithm bets.
And compare it to what we get.
Yeah, and compare it to what we get. So what they have, I just updated it.
Let's do ours first. We'll see theirs after ours.
You want to do? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll do that after. Okay, no problem. So let me go back to the page. All right. So the first play is gonna be the Lions and the Panthers. Panthers are home, and they're the 4.5 point favorite. I got Panthers.
Why?
Why not?
I don't have them at 4.5.
I don't have them at 4.5. But
okay, yeah. If you want to just take a money line, sure.
Yeah, money line, absolutely.
All right.
This game, New England and Titans. Who the fuck cares? They're both whack.
Yeah, I mean,
if I had to pick one, I guess the Patriots, but they're both whack teams. So who the fuck cares?
Yeah, we can skip that.
The Chargers and the 49ers. Trey Lance has officially been dubbed third string, which is crazy. Never saw that in a million years. But Sam Darnold's the number 2.
Can you blame them? Not to say that I really don't think Trey Lance is a terrible quarterback. I feel like they're trying to force him into a system that he was not built for. And he doesn't adapt.
No.
That being said, he could land on another team where they actually tailor the playbook to him and it'd work out. I just don't see that being San Francisco.
No.
All that said, it's a preseason game. I don't know if they really want to risk hurting anybody. Chargers need to prove some shit to everybody this year. I think that starts in preseason. Like I think they're not taking anything lightly this year. But
so we're going Chargers plus 290.
I would take the Chargers, just because it's preseason.
Normally, we'd probably take the 49ers on that one.
But
what were you gonna say? My bad.
I was gonna say preseason. I'm taking the Chargers. Real life, San Fran they've got Super Bowl aspirations. Like let's just keep it 1,000. Right. What's the next game?
Seahawks and Green Bay. Who you got?
I don't think Jordan Love is gonna pan out the way that everyone thinks he will.
Neither.
I would say Seattle.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we don't know who the backup is, but honestly, who cares? I don't know. I don't trust Green Bay's system. Arizona and Minnesota. Arizona's probably the worst run team in the league. Like, you can crack all the jokes about every other organization, but like they're just rebuild on top of rebuild on top of like what now? I don't think they'll win. I don't think they're going to win many games this year at all. I don't think they're going to win any preseason games. I really think they're going to go like 3-14. But the new Browns.
Yeah, I mean, at least the Browns try. The Browns make a lot of splash picks and spend money stupidly, but you know what? They're at least trying to win. Arizona, I just feel like it's egos, man. Like Kyler Murray's not it.
No, he's not. He's not.
But you will fire everybody else in the organization to continue to have him get worse every year. But, you're afraid to start from scratch. Anyway, Minnesota with the win.
Buffalo and Chicago. I got Buffalo. I got to take Buffalo.
Yeah, they're a winning organization, and Chicago, I don't know. I feel like they'll hold back everything so they can at least try and start this year off right.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay. Cleveland and Kansas City.
I don't think Kansas City is going to play anybody. Like that's the only reason I wouldn't pick them.
Yeah, but 3.5 is a lot. So Cleveland, we'll take you.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Oh, your game. Jets and Giants.
I'm always going to take the Jets, but if you want to skip it, I'm not opposed. People are playing.
I'm going to say Jets, honestly.
Okay, so I mean we can roll with the Jets. Giants will come in there like they have something to prove, and they won't prove it. But yeah, I'd take the Jets. I'm not taking the spread, but I'll take the Jets.
All right, sounds good. Bengals and Washington. Bengals ain't playing nobody. Burrows is hurt. Commanders.
Yeah. I'll take Washington.
Baltimore and Tampa Bay. I definitely got Baltimore. I don't know why they're plus 100 or 110, but
bro, why? Like who are they not playing? Like even still, who is Tampa start? Like whatever.
Whatever.
I'm cool with Baltimore. I'm also taking Jacksonville over Miami.
Oh, absolutely.
We're that far. The Raiders and the Cowboys. Like I laugh at the Cowboys a lot.
The Raiders have been doing good this season.
Yeah, the Raiders have actually been, showing
consistent.
Up. Yeah. So
I got Raiders too. I agree. Broncos. Yeah, I mean, no discussion. Rams ain't playing nobody. Broncos.
Sean Payton is trying to start fresh, and that starts now. That doesn't start week 1. Houston and New Orleans. I don't think New Orleans is going to play anybody, and Houston's got young people they need to get out there and get reps. Is Houston favored or no?
Houston's not favored.
Yeah, I would take the spread then.
Okay, we got a pretty healthy bet here. A 13-leg parlay on $1 is $1,000.
It's a new venture.
Want to try the $5?
$5 is a little aggressive. Especially for 13.
I don't think we could afford to do a round robin with this.
That's crazy. Not for 13 games. Like no one's trying to do all that.
Yeah.
Unless you're literally doing like by 10s, and even still, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's gonna cost us pretty much everything we have.
Yeah, we don't need to do all that. I'll just put $1 on this and see what happens.
Yeah, all right, that's fair. We could just
that's
do $1.
A very large parlay. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, fuck it. $1 to win $1 in a dream. $1 in a dream. Now, here's the interesting one. Let's see what the AI has to say. So my AI bot says Jacksonville's going to beat Miami. Where the hell is Jackson?
Yeah, they're halfway down the slope.
Yeah. Jacksonville. Okay, we got Jacksonville. We got Patriots, which we decided to skip.
Yeah, they're honestly a better run organization.
Well, here's the reasoning. They give reasonings too. So for Jacksonville, they said the reason is the Jaguars have looked solid in the preseason, winning both games and posting a combined 53 points. New England, they're saying Mac Jones has been performing well, and the Patriots have a strong preseason record. For the San Fran, yeah, got.
What do they have for the San Fran game?
They have the 49ers winning, and because the 49ers have a crowded but talented QB room and have been performing well this preseason.
Interesting.
Let's see. San Francisco.
Okay. There it is.
Okay. They got the Baltimore and Tampa Bay. They got Baltimore winning because despite a recent loss, the Ravens have a record-setting streak of 24 preseason wins, which, okay, makes sense.
Yeah, they'll get back on track.
They'll get back on track. What the hell is the game? Didn't we just see it?
You coasted by it. It's further up top.
Oh, this is week 1. Hold on. Sorry. Gotta go back to preseason. Oh, here we go. Okay, Baltimore. All right. Cleveland Browns and Kansas City. They got Kansas City winning because the Chiefs put up an offensive show in their last game with Patrick Mahomes throwing 105 yards and a touchdown.
That's assuming he plays, though.
That's assuming he plays. But we're going with whatever AI says. So we're gonna do that. Next game they got Vegas and the Cowboys, the Vegas Raiders. The Raiders are 2-0 in exhibition and have outscored opponents by a combined 68-24. Okay, so we got the Raiders. Next game is the Jets and the Giants. I'm sorry, the Cardinals and Minnesota. They got the Cardinals winning because the Cardinals are 1-1 for the preseason, suffering a blowout loss to the Chiefs last time around, but showing promise.
Okay. Throw it on there. Let's see where we're
at. Jets and Giants, they got the Jets because Aaron Rodgers is expected to start the preseason finale, and the Jets have been performing decently.
Yeah.
Okay, good analogy. I said the Ravens already. And that's it. That's what they got.
Not a terrible list.
Not terrible at all, actually.
Only thing I genuinely disagree with is the Chiefs because I wouldn't play Patrick Mahomes. But, tune-up game. So less legs, more money.
Yep.
Let's see how it shakes.
And I'm going to go by twos also.
By twos?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, by fives. By fives.
All right.
And so I'll cost us $16.20. So let's just do it even $70. So we'll roll $5.80 on this. And yeah, for $17. All right, AI. Let's see what you got.
No pressure.
No pressure at all. No pressure at all. All right. So now that we got all that up, let's have a little fun. I saw a segment on what's this guy's name? Colin Cowherd, and they were discussing quarterbacks and who someone is in comparison to. So I'm gonna name a few people of comparisons, and you say if you agree and disagree and why. All right.
Ooh,
This was on Speak. This was on. I'm sorry. This wasn't on Colin. This was on Speak. So let me know what you think. So the first one we're gonna go with, okay. Justin Fields is a poor man's Jalen Hurts. Yay, nay, or and why?
To be determined. I think he can be, and the reason I say that is because they actually went out and tailored the system to him. It's not one of those where they were like, you know what, fuck you. If it doesn't work, we're ditching you anyway. This year, there's no excuses. He has a number one receiver. They cleaned up the line. He's got a running game, so he doesn't have to kill himself with his legs.
But there's no more excuses, though. There's no more excuses.
Yeah, but I feel like he was overachieving with excuses. So if you take away the excuses, as long as he continues to trend up, he'll be fine. Playoffs, maybe. Especially with, Rodgers out of the division. Because he's not the worst quarterback in the division. Like, let's keep it a bean.
By the way, Colts are winning 14-10.
Yeah. I kind of expected y'all to not care about preseason. But yeah, I'm not mad at that take at all.
Okay.
What's the next one?
Okay. Next one. Dak Prescott is a poor man's Kirk Cousins.
No.
Wait, no? Really?
No.
Okay.
Because
why not?
Talk all the shit you want about Kirk Cousins. Like, he takes care of the ball. Not primetime games, but, he will. You're not going to lose games because of him. Dak literally led the league in interceptions and played less games than everybody else qualified.
Okay.
That's Kirk Cousins, like, cloud him all you want. Like, he gives you top 10 stats every year. That's not necessarily primetime games, but Dak doesn't perform in primetime games either. So, like,
that's true. That's true.
But yeah, no, that's not the comp.
No comp on that. Okay. Next one I got for you is kind of interesting. Jared Goff. Okay, hear me out. I'm sorry. Let me reverse that. Excuse me. Tua Tagovailoa is a poor man's Jared Goff.
That's weird. Like,
it's weird,
the health comparisons are kind of there. I mean, Jared Goff actually did take his team to a Super Bowl. Granted, he rode some coattails, but
he won. Did he win? Yeah, he won.
He didn't. No, he didn't win the Super Bowl. He got.
Oh, he got in the Super Bowl. Yes.
Yeah, right. I mean, he didn't perform that great, but he still got there. I don't think Tua's earned that yet.
Okay.
If Tua put something up, like, in his team gets, to a conference championship or something like of that level, then sure. Until then, no.
No. Okay. I got another one for you. Derek Carr is the poor man's Jimmy Garoppolo.
I feel like that's slightly disrespectful to Derek Carr.
Slightly, but the only reason I didn't reverse it, I'm making this. I made a couple of these up. The reason I didn't say the reverse is because Garoppolo got to a Super Bowl. Derek Carr hasn't.
You've seen those Raiders teams.
Oh, okay, you're not answering the question. Yeah, we're talking about comparisons. You're not answering the question. Is Derek Carr a poor man's Jimmy Garoppolo?
I guess. I don't. Yeah, that's rough. Jimmy Garoppolo got to sit behind one of the best for a while and like get his life together, which is not the luxury that Carr had. Yeah, that's fucked up.
But it's
You're
just,
right. You're right.
I know I'm right. That's why I'm like
up.
you. It is. But it's the truth. I'm not dropping anything. I'm not dropping things non-factual. It's the truth.
Yeah, that's
it is the truth. I'm
Yeah,
sorry I had to say it, but it's the damn truth, bro.
I really hope that Carr like fucking balls out this year.
I hope so too, because if not, then it's gonna be a problem.
Hey, not my problem.
It's definitely not our problem. Not our teams, not our problem. Okay. Possibly the last one is and the only reason I once again have this reversed because of Super Bowl is oh my god, I just had the name in my head and I just fucked it up. Is Trevor Lawrence the poor man's is he the poor man's Joe Burrow?
I mean, absolutely. Why not? It took him a while, but like he's number one pick that's looking like a number one pick.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to start a franchise right now, and the argument could be made that like you would take Lawrence because he was less damaged. Like,
yeah,
that's not a knock against like both healthy, no injuries, then I don't think it's close.
Right.
But you know, being able to play and surviving Urban Meyer.
Barely surviving.
The minute he left, it was night and day, though.
Yeah, it was.
So, like,
absolutely true.
You can't say he's a coach killer because, you know, after that coach, his game fucking took off. Like,
yeah.
They went from miserable to a playoff team and everyone laughing at their signings to, you know, these guys looking like weapons. Like, they went and grabbed his boy, Etienne.
Yep.
And that's paying off just like Cincy did with Jamar Chase. Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all.
Okay. Mind you, some of these, actually a lot of these I'm making up on the fly too. So I'm glad that a lot of these made sense outside of the 201. I got another one for you. Okay.
Who's next?
Is Matt Stafford the poor man's Justin Herbert?
Stafford's won some shit.
Okay, but besides that, okay, because Stafford won because he had a supporting cast. Outside of that,
the beating that man took in Detroit, and you know, still was out there competitive consistently. I don't know if Herbert has that in him.
But to be fair, Herbert, not to cut you off, to be fair, Herbert doesn't have a good team. Not that they don't have a good team. Let me take that back. Herbert doesn't have a good coach.
Okay. And I will retract my, you know, Herbert not being tough comment, because I just remember that game where they like broke his rib and he actually, you know, held it down and manned up. He had a Matthew Stafford moment, but I don't know. he got paid a lot of money to be under 500, and I don't know, man. I just don't see it working out for him.
Okay.
Like, is he the next Phillip Rivers? Like, put up a shit ton of numbers and not win shit, but be a franchise quarterback for like 10 years?
Yeah, absolutely. Could be.
That's very Matthew Stafford-esque. So I guess I see your point.
You see, tell me my sense don't make sense though. All right. Once again, outside of the 201, a lot of my comparisons are making sense.
We can throw the 201 out, but yeah, no, I get it. I just hope for Herbert's sake that they fucking some consistency, man. Like I don't know how much they paid him. I don't remember the exact number, but like you just gave this dude so much money.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine he would trade that all for a fucking stable coach.
I think
not all of it, but like
a lot of it.
I'm sure he would give up a large chunk of that to be in a franchise that actually was a well-oiled machine.
Mm-hmm.
Like he'd have taken a pay cut to like play for the Steelers or something like that. And yeah, they have their down years, but you know that your coach is consistent. Every year you're gonna be competing for something,
right?
Like you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, look, you got. I mean, come on, for you to lose to the Jags, the way you did with the lead that you had, no one in their right mind would have thought, hey, the Jaguars are gonna win this game. They were getting blown out of the stadium, bro. That was a layup.
Heart. That comes down to heart and bad coaching.
And coaching. That comes down to heart and coaching. That comes down to heart and coaching, bro.
Trevor Lawrence wanted that shit. I'm not saying Herbert didn't. I'm just saying that environment did not put him in a position to succeed.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a shame if he's like 10 years in looking like Matthew Stafford 2.0.
Yeah.
But
because that dude has talent up the ass.
Yep.
All right. I got one more for you, and then I think that's pretty much. I mean, because Mahomes, Rodgers, they're in their own upper echelon, and I'm not going to compare them, so fuck that. Okay. Is Deshaun Watson, the current Deshaun Watson, is he a poor man's Lamar Jackson?
The Browns did win a bunch of games at the end of the year. Like, I feel like he knocked the rust off, man. Like, he's not going to be the laughing stock of the division. I'll tell you that.
Oh no. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just going back to. I'm just doing a comparison.
Does he have another MVP? Like, does he have an MVP like season in him? Probably. No. I think he does.
Not. I don't think so. Comeback player, yeah, he'll do a comeback player of the year. Absolutely. MVP candidate, nah.
Why not?
Nah.
What's stopping him? Look at the weapons he has. He had basically 2 years to fucking chill and get his life together. Did he do that? Debatable. But it's not like he doesn't have the weapons. He's got less mileage.
But
who gets hurt first? That's kind of the question.
Lamar. I'm sorry, Lamar. Lamar gets hurt first.
If Watson plays as many games as Lamar Jackson, he probably will play one or two more. And timing is everything. Like, I really don't want to see Lamar Jackson get hurt, but like if it happens, like at the end of the season where the games mean just a little bit more. You know what I mean? That's going to be a competitive division. Because the last thing you want to do is start slow and let Burrow come back, or get hurt while Burrow's back and in his stride. Like, I'm not saying there's a good time to get injured, but like that's just a real fucked up spot. Like, I really hope that if those two stay healthy, depending on how long Burrow's out, Cincinnati could be playing catch up. And if Watson goes and wins a division with those quarterbacks, it could be worth the crazy amount of money that he got, guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Absolutely.
I don't know. They gave him what, $230 million? I think for $230 million, they will get a playoff spot before his contract's up. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Before his contract's up, they'll be in the playoffs.
Okay.
There's no reason for it to not happen. And if he takes the Browns to the playoffs, like just for their history of being a shitty organization, it's a nice narrative. Like let him clean up his life, and they won't give him MVP, but he'll be in the conversation. Like that, his image is too fucked up for him to ever get MVP. That man could throw 60 touchdowns, have a perfect QBR, and win every game by like 16, and they still wouldn't give him MVP. You know what I mean?
Okay, facts.
But yeah, poor man's Lamar Jackson. Like, absolutely.
All right.
So
I'm glad you liked my comparisons there.
Yeah, man. Because normally comparisons are not my thing. But those were actually good ones. They weren't like ridiculous, super far fetched. Right. Before, your boy Colin Coward, he had a really crazy take, and it was really kind of sad. But
go ahead, speak on it.
The preseason in the NFL, players are playing harder than people in the NBA regular season. It was so fucked up, but it was right. Like for certain teams, like preseason being.
Wait! Hold on! I'm thinking about that for a second. Yo, that's kind of crazy. Wow.
I mean,
he's not wrong. He's not
wrong, and that's what bothers me because I love the NBA, and it used to not be like that. And I'm not like a '90s glory hound because let's be real, I was barely a kid. But he's not. Even when I was in middle school and high school, a lot less of the buddy. They might have been cool, and that was fine, but it wasn't on social media. Rivalry games were rivalry games, and people weren't taking scheduled days off. I get it. Because if you're a team that's consistently making the playoffs, the regular season really, that's not the goal. No one wakes up I need to have a 72-10 regular season. No, you want to get to the playoffs so you have a shot at winning a title. That's the plan.
That's supposed to be the plan. Right.
But you also can't be just mailing it in and not playing road games and pulling the LA Clippers because I'm calling it the LA Clippers load management.
Load management. Thank you. That's what it is. Load management.
There's a difference between load management and just robbing your fucking fan base.
Yes,
because there's a total difference.
There is because you're paying. Yo, people are spending their hard-earned money. Okay, money that these NBA players make in 5 minutes to go see their superstar live and in person. Dude, and then you're gonna go around and say, "Oh, well, I don't feel like playing tonight. I think I should just take the night off.
Scheduled rest.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit."
Dude, here's my thing. Even if you're gonna go that route, do it for fucking home games. They need to find teams for doing it for road games. Because you play 42 games in LA. Give or take if you add the fucking games against the Lakers that don't count. If you miss home games, that's not the end of the world because they have 42 fucking chances to see you. Now that one game in fucking, Oklahoma City, you sit that one out.
One fan is like, damn, yo, I'm a fan of this team.
Or some transplant. Like, bro, it kills me. Like, I live in Philadelphia, whatever. It's not that far. But, like, y'all come here, like, twice a year, like, because it's divisional. Don't sit that one out. Come on, man. Like, make it
Go
count.
Play. Go play.
If you're injured, you're injured. Like, that's fucking... We get that.
Different.
But, like...
That's different.
Not, hey, the playoffs are in 2 weeks, so I'm going to squeeze in an extra couple of days off on road games. Like, I'm not traveling with the team. Like, that shit sucks.
And here's the thing. You guys have guaranteed fucking contracts on top of that. NFL players, guess what, guys? If NFL players don't play a game, they do lose a paycheck. Not all of their money is guaranteed outside of a Deshaun Watson, outside of a Kirk Cousins.
Bro, and like there are some NBA players that get it, and then there are others that just like kind of
don't give a fuck.
Don't care.
They don't care.
Like Clown LeBron, if you want, he's in year 20 starting to take days off. All right, like,
and that's fine. You've been in the league for 20 years. You deserve to take a break.
If you mail it in on a home game 20 years into your career, then you know what? It's fucking life. Like,
that's fine. And nobody's gonna kill you for that.
Nobody's killing you for that. Like, you still are in what should be the prime of your career, and you're fucking mailing it in. Like, that's different. Yeah. But hey, Colin was not wrong, and that really bothered me. That's all I had to say.
That's actually a really, really great take. It's the truth.
It's the truth. Up, but it's the truth.
It is the truth.
NBA players. Actually, I really hope the league just cracks down on it, because here's the thing. All this is going to come up in the next bargaining agreement. Like, you can only get away with this shit for so long.
Yep.
Before, and then everyone complains like, oh, the owners are bro, like, you found a way to cheat the system. That's cool, but like, it's all under contract. So the next time y'all go to bat for a new contract, y'all know who to blame. Like, you know what I mean?
And people complain like, oh, or rather, the NBA owners like, oh, the NFL is a titan. They make so much money because all of their players play, and they all play with their heart. They put everything on the field. Some of these guys really don't give two shits. They're like, yo, as long as I get paid, I really don't care. And that's fine. I get it, because if you're working a regular job, a regular 9 to 5, and you're not making like that type of, you're not making no real money or whatever the case may be, yo, you have all entitlement to feel that way. But bro, you're making millions upon millions of dollars that's guaranteed, whether you play injured, you don't feel like playing, your baby mom's got some shit over your head, some bullshit, you're still getting paid. So why not play? I think the problem is there's too much fucking games. Because if there were less games and every single game count, let's imagine for a second, right? Let's imagine for a second that you say, yo, you know what? There's not going to be 82 games anymore. There's going to be 41. There's going to be 41 games in the season. Do you think load management would exist? I don't think so. Because at that point, you're like, oh shit, 1 or 2 games could fuck up the whole season for our team.
Yeah.
Let's be real. If the NBA season was shortened, if the MLB season was shortened, people would care a lot. These players would care a lot more, because then they're like, those 1 or 2 games that I didn't really care, I didn't feel like playing, it would count. It would count.
Yeah, I mean it, and they've already stretched it out so like there are less back to backs. Like you don't get to see your team on Thursday, Friday. Like they're already stretching that out. So at cutting games is probably the only other thing they could do, or just start finding people.
Hurt them
Like,
where it hurt them where it hits most. Hit them where it hurts most. Their pockets.
dude, the NBA, most of the fines go to charity anyway, so it's not like the shit doesn't go to a good cause.
Right.
Fines are just basically costs.
Tax write-offs.
I mean, that too.
Tax write-offs. That's how I see it.
It's basically the price of doing shit that you want to do. And if you really don't care, then that same energy would be fine. Like, oh, if your contract was a third less because you load managed your way throughout the entire regular season, and you were totally cool with that, and you weren't like fighting it and appealing it and trying to get it all back, sure. But I don't think players would keep that same energy.
No.
And it's fucked up because there are some players that'll go out there every night and like there's just like, I don't know, 10 or 12 that make it bad for everybody involved. Like your Ben Simmons,
your James Hardens, your Kawhi Leonards.
Bro, James Harden's a weird case though. Like, does he show up out of shape? Sure, but does he play? Yeah. Like
he just doesn't show up for playoffs, which fucking bad.
And it's not even the entire playoffs. It's like game 6 and game 7. James Harden needs to sweep people. Like one game in the playoffs, this man had 40 and 10. And I had never seen this. Dude had like 40 and 10.
And he hit the game-winning shot.
It's not a washed player. Fucking 3 nights later, this man cannot hit the bright side of a barn. Like, it was crazy.
It's true. Which is why there's a lot of trade rumors going around that Embiid wants to leave. And I let me tell you something. If Embiid says, I want to trade, I know where he's going.
He'll be in Miami or New York.
I think he'd go to New York. He already has a crib in New York. He already has connections with New York. His agent, not his agent, his former agent is the New York vice president or some shit like that. So wherever Embiid, I think Embiid will probably end up in New York, but it could definitely end up in Miami too. No questions asked. But don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if Embiid just says, "Yo, fuck this. I can't do this anymore," and just says, "Yo, I'm out."
I mean, everyone else is doing it. I ain't got no loyalty. Sounds fucked up, but like, he's played out his. I don't think he's not played out a deal. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, the one dude I respected that like just straight up left his team, and I didn't respect the fact that he was leaving his team. I respected the fact that he was real about it. Was Anthony Davis. Yeah, because he had like 2 years left on his deal, and he was like, "Yo, there will be no contract negotiations. I'm not re-signing here. I'll play out the rest of this deal, no problem, but I'm not re-signing here. So y'all can either get something for me or I can leave, but I'm not re-signing here." And it wasn't messy. Like, no. Yes, he ended up with the Lakers, which is where he ultimately wanted to be. But he was like, I don't know, 8 years into playing for them niggas before he was like, all right, this ain't it. He did what he was supposed to do. He played out his rookie deal, played out his second contract, and then was like, all right, I'm going.
He was real about it. He said, "Fuck it. If I can't, I can't win here. I need to go somewhere where I can win." And you know what? If Embiid does the same thing, I cannot be mad at him. Let him go do it.
Because what is he, like year 8, year 9?
Yeah, he's year 8, man. He's not going nowhere with Philly, and he's at the later years of his prime, man. Like, yo, go somewhere where you can win a chip. You could win a chip in New York. You could probably win a chip in Miami. Let me not say probably. There's a good chance you could probably win in Miami. There's a good chance you could win in Miami.
Yeah, I mean, they got to the finals without him. So, like, that would definitely be the over the hill moment. The process at that point would be a complete failure, but you can't even call it a failure because you went from a garbage basement team to consistently making the playoffs and consistently winning in the regular season.
And because of one man. And let's call it what it is, because of one man.
Yeah, because that Fultz shit didn't work, and the Ben Simmons shit obviously didn't work. But can you call it a failure if you consistently made the playoffs? Like,
no.
Y'all just couldn't get over the hump, and that's different than being a total failure.
So that's fine. The Mavericks were like that for years. Let's put it out there. I'm a Mavericks fan. The Mavericks were like that for years. They were a consistent playoff team. There kind of still is a consistent playoff team outside of this year. And you know, they got it right for 1 year, and that's it.
I mean, that's what most teams are shooting for anyway. Realistically, all the trade deadline, moves and all that extra shit, you're pushing for that 1 year. But that's a whole nother can of worms. We can definitely dive into that further when we get closer to NBA season. But
yes, we're coming up on. We already passed our time. I think we should call it here. We're just really quickly for our bets for earlier. Steelers are still up 24-zip in the end of the third quarter, so that's a W.
What are the Eagles doing?
The Eagles it's second quarter with 1:04 left. They're in the Indy's 32-yard zone, the yard line.
They're also covering. It was 5, right?
5.5.
Yep, they're covering. I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that. I'll take a win where we can. That is our that's all we're just trying to make money out here, ladies and gents. So that being said, thanks once again for coming in. Tune in next week. Next week will be pretty much next week is getting ready for Survivor pools, getting ready for fantasy. Tim, you guys still did you put in your team yet for fantasy?
I do not think I did yet.
Yeah, I know you did it, sure.
Right. Yeah.
So
I gotta grab that link and get going.
All right, I can get you that link. And like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thanks for tuning in once again. I am your co-host, Sid the Kid.
Your boy Timbo.
All right, y'all take it easy. We'll see y'all next week. Same time, same place. Holla at your boy.
Yes, sir.
Let's win this week. Let's see what AI does. Let's see what we do. All right. Peace.
Hey yo, I said, brothers be betting, getting bread, never be sweating, hitting parlays as I claim the fame. Your other cappers out there straight up lames. FanDuel or DK don't matter to us. The info we giving always a plus. Your boy Sid and Tim on the money grind. On with the show, it's money time.